Said this one traded for my first big win. Jonathan Fink on the line tonight with a pack in hand and a story that bites. Old paper, new spark, name on the card. From basement deals to a full-on star. Collected and connected, collected and connected, trading the truth. Pass it on.
Hey, what's up? Jonathan Fink, Sports Card Collectors Club, and this is the Card Life Chronicles with a hobby update. Today we're talking Pokemon economics. Now look, this is not financial advice, it's just economic observation. Look, the rumor has it that the 30th anniversary product release for Pokemon, which comes out in October, is going to have parallels. Mewtwo, Pikachu, and a couple of others are going to have colored variations. Now, this is a big deal. It's the first time it's ever happened in the Pokemon market, and it opens up a whole Pandora's box because, in my opinion, if they're going to do colored parallels, numbered, serial numbered cards could be next. And as you know from what happened in the sports card market, the industry literally took off when they forced and created scarcity. So this is a big deal because if you've been following the Pokemon market, you follow the YouTubers out there, you'll notice in the last month, Pokemon prices have really started to decline big time with individual singles. But also, this is I track ETBs, and ETB prices are coming down as well. Now, that could be a function of a number of things. For example, it could be this rising tide lift all boats. When the tide pull out, all the boats sink. Bitcoin was at 120,000. It's down to 64,000. Silver was at 120. Now it's down to $60. The Nasdaq seems to be rolling over. The AI bubble could be turning over. We have oil prices rising. So we're seeing a major rollover potentially in all the economic indicators in all the financial markets, and so it would seem natural for Pokemon to eventually have that same effect. That could be compounded by the fact that a lot of collectors and investors might be selling their products to get ready to load up to go big on the 30th anniversary. A number of card designs have already been leaked, and they're really, really good. People are very, very excited. And now that could be exacerbated because if the rumor is true and there's a few of the key Pokemon characters that will have a parallel color, they might only print 4,000 or 5,000 total of this individual card. That could create a huge chase card situation, and the prices for the 30th anniversary stuff could really skyrocket. But that could also further exacerbate the price of the current products that are out there, at least in the very, very short term. Now, look, if you're a long-term perspective investor in Pokemon, it could be a buying opportunity. A lot of the hot-selling and high-rising price products like, Destined Rival and, Prismatic, they might become a huge buying opportunity because they might start a sell-off that might, continue, especially as we head into the fall and towards October. So this is a big deal. I think this is great news, actually. I think it's going to create more demand for Pokemon. I think the 30th anniversary is going to be a huge hit. And I think it's just great for the hobby. But in the short term, current prices could continue to decline on existing product. But again, if they're not printing any more of Black Bolt, that could be a huge opportunity, especially when you reflect back a couple of years from now. So big news. We'll see if it's true. Could be a rumor. But if it is true, I think it's a game changer for the macroeconomics of the Pokemon community. So we'll find out in a few weeks if parallels for Pokemon are true. But if it is, very bullish on Pokemon, but short-term, very bearish for the other existing products. So just a heads up that this current monthly sell-off could continue into October. You guys take care. God bless.
Shoebox lid, said this one traded for my first big win. Jonathan Fink on the line tonight with a pack in hand and a story that